I've never seen that before. Sorry, I'm maybe overreacting to something that's simple and stupid, but I've never seen it do that before. Wow, wow, nice. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got another FSD video for you here. I recently got the 12.5.1 update, so I thought we'd take it for a quick spin, just see if we notice anything significant different. If you guys haven't seen my most recent video, I took my buddy Colin on a drive in FSD 12.5 for the first time. It's his first FSD experience ever. He's kind of a hater, kind of a doubter at least. And that was really funny. So if you want to watch that, I'll have it linked above and down in the description. But in that video, I mentioned that I had the 12.5.1 update sitting there ready to install. I had a couple issues of it not installing correctly the first time, or actually the notification disappeared and then came back. So we do actually have it installed now. We're ready to go. So let's go ahead and put a destination in here and get started. I started it right as that guy went to walk across because I just wanted to see what it would do. But it jumps right into action here. Now, I have been using it a little bit just to kind of see what it's been like. And if it doesn't do it in this drive, I'll definitely splice in some footage. But there was a little interaction I had that was super aggressive. It took me straight out of this parking lot, pulled out right in front of another car. I mean, they were far enough away to where it was fine to pull out, but it was very aggressive. And then it actually disregarded a sign to not pull into the shoulder and turn, and pulled through a line of traffic on the shoulder and turned right. Crazy behavior. Again, not necessarily not something that a human driver would do, but just pretty ballsy for FSD. I know I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I love the fact that FSD is almost boring now, especially in these just run-of-the-mill city driving situations. It just does what you expect it to do. And I think my buddy Colin made that point in the previous video that I did, just talking about like every decision it made seemed like either a very safe decision or something that a human driver would do with some thought. You know, he said it didn't feel like it drove unexpectedly, which that's all you can really hope for. So it come to a full stop there, and then it turned even on a red light. Obviously we can do right on red, but had oncoming traffic, didn't stutter, didn't trip it up at all, just went right through after the stop. Just gliding into the next lane, love that. And just rolling right through, beautiful. Nothing weird, no weird interactions at all. Now 12.5 has been very smooth for me so far. It did start to get a little bit more rough in the end of 12.5, which doesn't make a lot of sense why it would kind of devolve in any way when they put out a version. I guess, you know, it just depends on the situation. See, I would have gone through this light, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But 12.5.1 has been really, really smooth. Like just kind of buttery, gliding. It's been so nice. Obviously, we'll see how it does on this drive, but so far, so good. Now, it does need to get into the turning lane here. I can't tell. I guess that car is just trying to get over. So one car is trying to get into the right lane, one car is trying to get into the left lane. Kind of an awkward intersection here. We're just going to wait for him. Oh, and we have a parked car here, so that's even more awkward. Wow, wow, nice. Very aggressive. Loved that. That was awesome. Another right on red situation. Come to a stop. Observe and go. Great. So we do need to be in the left lane here to turn. All right. Always when I say it, it's like it's listing a little bit. I know it's not, but it always seems funny. All right. Pulling on in. And we're here. Perfect. Perfectly smooth. That was great. All right, I put in another destination. This is a tough intersection here. It's 4 lanes, no middle lane, so it's going to have to wait till it's completely clear and able to go. Unprotected left turn with no middle lane. This is not easy at all. So we are clear on the left, so we'll just wait till we're clear on the right, and we should be good to go after these guys. Yep, and we're going. Yep, that was great. Now, like I said, I've already driven using 12.1. Oh, is it letting this guy out? Wow. That was awesome. You just let that guy out. Tip of the cap, FSD. I've never seen that before. Sorry, I'm maybe overreacting to something that's simple and stupid, but I've never seen it do that before. I mean, we could have just, cruised right up to the light and then that person could have gone past, but we saw them needing to turn and stopped and let them out. Guys, that is what people mean when they say human-like. That's what a polite human would do. But like I was saying, I have driven using 12.5 and I had it do a full unprotected left with a middle lane, and it actually went in the middle lane for the first time ever for me. Ever. 12.3.6, 12.4.3, 12.5, none of them. 12.5.1 is the first one that has done that turn correctly for me. So I can already see progress, and that is really impressive. And it was so cool to see it cut out, get ahead of the traffic, sit in that lane for a bit, and then go through. Just, it made it feel real to me. I changed up the spot so we could get some more turns and stuff. Hey, hands-free so I can refill my reusable water bottle with a plastic water bottle to save the earth. One of my favorite little software things that FSD, the visualization side, does is when you're going through an intersection, it like zooms out so you can see the whole intersection, and then as you go past, it kind of zooms back in. So cool. I feel like it's like showing off a little bit. Like, look at how much stuff I can see. All right, we got another kind of unprotected left here. We might get an arrow, but I'm not sure. If it would have gone right there, I would have geeked out because we definitely had an opening. And that's still pretty aggressive. We had a car barreling down, but we went. I guess we were cutting through a neighborhood, which, I mean, if it's the fastest way, go for it. We actually looked at some houses back here when we were last house hunting. The one we went to was... Glad we did not get that one. I'll say that much. All right, we're back. Let's keep going here. Again, any action camera company that can make an action cam that doesn't overheat, please contact me and I will sing your praises till the day I die, because my GoPros just don't like to do it. This is interesting. It keeps turning the turn signal off and on. Okay, we're done now, but this is a weird intersection. There's 2 straight lanes and then 1 right turn lane that turns immediately and then 1 right turn lane that turns at the next light. It's one of the more confusing intersections in the entire city, and I think FSD is trying to sort it all out. You can see on here what I'm talking about. There's a right-hand turn lane that only goes to this lane, and then these straight lanes, 1 goes up here and turns right, and then 1 goes straight. So we'll see how it handles this. All right, let's see what we do here. So we need to get over. So is it just going to bite the bullet? Are we going to go after this guy? Yes. Yes. Very well done. Am I getting honked up by those people? I don't think so. I don't think that was directed at me. I mean, for the scenario that it got specifically put in, where it couldn't really get over until that exact point, I mean, that was awesome. So, I mean, this drive has been, so far, intervention-free, hands-free, and done some really complicated and smooth, efficient maneuvers. Very impressive so far on 12.5.1. Wow. Okay, that was a ballsy move by that guy. He definitely did not have the right of way. We had a green arrow. I say ballsy. Illegal is what I mean, but good for you, man. Get yours, I guess. This is actually a right turn only lane, so we need to get over. No, we're also going pretty fast. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to do that, so that was not great right there. Thankfully, that police was preoccupied, so we were speeding, and not that we'd get pulled over for switching lanes like that, but just not the best. All right, we've got a right turn here for free if we want it. Come to a complete stop, creep up, check. A little more hesitant than it needs to be, but completed the move. Again, all of the things that I've complained about or mentioned in the past as things that I've been dealing with, right around that cyclist, no issues. I mean, that's just so good. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't used FSD in the past, those types of situations, it would kind of like stutter and like come to a stop and then wait and then put the turn signal on and then go. I mean, that just kind of like glided right around. It's hard to express how smooth stuff is now and how kind of seamless the interactions can be than they were just a few versions ago. Really impressive. But anyway, what I was saying was all the things that I've talked about in the past as being issues that I've had with FSD, it just doesn't do them anymore. It doesn't do the stutter stop. Every once in a while it will, but very rarely. It doesn't take too long to switch into a turning lane. It's decisive. It doesn't wander between lanes. It doesn't take a while to get off the merging lane. When it's going to go into a turning lane or when it's switching lanes, it just puts on the turn signal and switches lanes, which it just didn't do 2 versions ago. Literally. All right, I'm actually going to end this and put in a different spot. All right, here we go. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments what your experience has been like with 12.5.1, if you've gotten it yet. I did feel like I was a little late to get it, so hopefully when this video goes up, you guys aren't burnt out on 12.5.1, and hopefully there's not an entirely new version, because there very well could be. That's how quickly these things are evolving. There's a lot of traffic down here, and we need to get into the far right lane to merge up onto the highway. We'll see how we do here. This is the right thing to do. We're waiting back at the light. Looks like FSD sees a little hole and it's hitting it. Yep. I mean, you can debate the legality of switching lanes in the middle of an intersection, but people do it. Humans do it, so. We're up on the highway now. That was pretty smooth. Went a little slow, but I think it was just because the person in front of me. Wow. Sure, come on over. Again, I am excited for when they merge these stacks together for city and highway so I can just have auto max set or whatever. And we'll see if it, does anything different on the highway. Highway's pretty simple. There's a lot of systems out there that can do highway driving, stuff like this. So not necessarily going all the way around that, you know, um, four-leaf clover, exit ramp there, but it can do this stuff, this like adaptive cruise with lane keeping, that kind of stuff. Again, not to compare really anything to what FSD does, because I don't think there's any systems that compare, but, you know, hands-free highway driving, some other systems can do it all right. I don't think we're going to get to do that one instance that I was talking about just because of the route we're going, but I'll put the clip here on screen so you can see how it was very assertive and went around that person or went around the traffic to get into the right-hand lane to turn. Crazy. Even when there was a giant sign, which again, it can't read signs yet, so it's fine, but the giant sign that said, "Do not use shoulder to turn." Didn't care. Right around, turned. It was all smooth. It all felt good. It wasn't legal, but it felt fine. We're just cutting right in front of this truck the second we've got a gap. Love it. I'm gonna switch up the trip while we're mid-drive here. I mean, I get why it doesn't do this, but I wish it would like give you a little time when you are switching navigation to like look at the display. Like as long as you're interacting with the navigation, you're fine and it will let you do stuff. But it beeps at you even if you're typing in a new place to go. You don't really need a turn signal for that, but it's fine. But yeah, this is pretty much our destination, right across the road here, but you know, what's there to say, really? It just does the drive. It makes the moves it needs to make. It's safe but aggressive and efficient, and this is FSD 12.5.1, guys. I don't know what else to say about it. But again, I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments. Let me know about your experiences with this version down there. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and definitely hit subscribe so you don't miss all my future FSD videos coming to the channel very soon. I'll see you in the next one.